In this video, we'll look at how to use the code debugger to troubleshoot your functions and procedures effectively. We'll use PostgreSQL for this example. In the function designer, simply click in the gray margin next to a statement to add a breakpoint. Once your breakpoints are set, click the debug button to launch the debugger. You can also add or remove breakpoints directly from this interface. The breakpoints pane displays all your active breakpoints, and you can right-click any breakpoints for various options, such as remove all breakpoints. Click Run to start the debug section and enter any required input parameters. The debugger stops at the first executable line of code. You can click Stop at any point to terminate the execution, which cannot be resumed. If you click Run again, the debugger will continue until it hits the next breakpoint. The Local Variables pane shows all local variables and their current values. To test different scenarios, you can click a value to edit it manually. In this example, we modify the value to verify the conditional logic. Next, let's set another breakpoint at the first subfunction call and continue running the code. By clicking Step In, we can delve into the subfunction to see exactly what's happening inside. The call stack pane allows us to track the hierarchy of procedures or functions as they are called, while the parameters pane helps us monitor input parameters at any stage. We'll use Step In to execute the code line by line. In this instance, we encounter an error, and the debugging process ends. The log pane displays the output and messages generated during debugging. You can right-click here for options, including copying the selected text. Now, let's navigate to the subfunction to fix the code. After making the necessary adjustments, we can start the debugger again and set a breakpoint specifically to pause and debug the corrected function. Click Run and Step In once more. You'll notice that there are no errors now. You can click Step Out to resume execution and quickly run through the remaining code in the current function or procedure if you're confident there are no more errors. The counter jumps to the line just after the function call. Let's set another breakpoint at the second subfunction call and continue debugging. In this scenario, we want to track a specific variable that holds the return result of the subfunction. Copy the variable name. Navigate to the Watches pane. Right-click and select Add Watch. Paste the name and click OK to add it to the watch list. You can also add variables to the watch list directly from the Local Variables pane. For our example, let's assume the second subfunction works correctly. Click Step Over to execute the subfunction quickly and move to the next line on the current procedure. We can check the Watches pane to verify the result from our watched variable is correct. Finally, click Run to execute the remaining code. If no further breakpoints are set, the debugger will run to the end. In this case, the procedure does contain an error, and debugging ends with an error message. We can repeat the process to fix the code and run the debugger once again. This time, the debugging concludes without any errors. And there you have it. We've successfully debugged a procedure and its subfunctions using Navicat. Thanks for watching.